The Division II men's soccer season is right around the corner, and we're joined by Parkside head coach Jason Zitzke to break things down from a preseason standpoint. Z, first of all, welcome back. How was your summer?
I always say it's short, so it's back and we're ready to go.
You're number 16 for you at the helm this year. When you hear that, what comes to mind?
I'm getting old. Simply put, I remember when I first started, I thought like I didn't know much, and each year you realize that hasn't changed. That doesn't change. I always feel like I'm on a quest for knowledge and to learn, and I'm not there yet. So, just like my first year, I'm learn new things, and sometimes it's overwhelming. But you know, we're always looking to find out new things about ourselves and about coaching and about the players. So I'm excited.
We're about a week or so into preseason. How would you describe where this team's at right now?
We're a work in progress. We had two pretty tough Division One scrimmages the first week. One was the third day of preseason, and then 3 days after that, we played another Division One team. Lost both games, but I think it was challenging. Again, no excuses. They beat us. But I think we learned more about ourselves, what we need, what we don't do well, or what we need to do better. Than maybe if you played an opponent where you won, 5, 6, whatever, 0, and didn't have a lot of questions to answer. So, but we made a lot of mistakes, and there's a lot for us to work on. But I think we found out some things. That's always good.
Let's dive into this group you have this year a little bit. 19 returners from last year's squad. What do you like about that group coming in?
Well, they're a year older, right? Is that the McConaughey line, right? They're sophomores now. I think we have a sophomore heavy team. We had a lot of freshmen last year. We still have a good number of freshmen coming in, but so we're a little bit older. We're not so many rookies on the squad, but again, hopefully that they've been able to improve and take the step up from kind of being relied on a little bit here and there to like, okay, now these guys are becoming starters, and some of them are becoming leaders, and hopefully that group is taking the next step.
Well, you've also got a healthy amount of newcomers and a good mix of transfers and freshmen. How have you seen that group mesh in with what you have so far?
Well, I think that's just kind of part of college athletics now, the transfer portal. I think it's good to have a mix, right? Sometimes you want to have a lot of people returning and some veterans and people that have been part of the group, but it's also nice to get an influx of new people and transfers that bring different ideas and different identities. So I think they fit in pretty well so far. Again, like I said, we're a work in progress. We're 35 guys in the roster. We're trying to figure out where everybody fits, but we're a week in, and I think we're better off than we were on day one. So hopefully heading in the right direction.
Let's touch a little bit on about the schedule now. 4 non-conference matches, 3 of them at home, 3 GLVC opponents, 1 GMAC opponent. What do you like about your non-conference schedule?
I think they're all good opponents and have recent successes in their history. It's going to be tough. We kind of flip-flop with them. So last year we had 3 of the first 4 on the road. This year they're flip-flop, and we have the first 3 at home now. And then we go to Cincinnati for Thomas More. Again, I think, all good opponents. They can go either way, but I think they're challenging and give us an opportunity to have difficult opponents both home and away.
You start GLIAC play on September the 17th in Arlington Heights against Roosevelt. What do you anticipate from the GLIAC this year?
Well, I think any team can win it, and I've said that I think in most years in the conference. Last year, or the last couple years, Saginaw and Roosevelt have been near the top. You got Northern Michigan, who came on at the end of the season last year, won the conference tournament. St. Cloud, they were in first place a couple years ago, almost from the beginning to the end, fell just short. Davenport's made the NCAA tournament recently, so has Purdue. So, I think every program is probably thinking, we have the opportunity to take first, so it's going to be from top to bottom, very challenging.
Well, Z, before we let you go, you brought on a new face to your coaching staff this year, a guy that played every single minute for you last year in Armin Dedic. I'm curious to know what went into that decision and how has he bolstered this staff so far?
So, again, he was also a transfer. He came from Western Illinois the spring 2 years ago. And I would say in about a day or two, he was like a regular part of the team, like he had been here for 5 years. So He was just a great teammate, great locker room guy. And over the course of the time, he was looking for a GA position. And I kept telling other people, well, if I don't have a position open currently, but if I did, he'd be on my squad, on my staff. I'd bring him in, and we had an opening late in the spring, and it it was like about a 10-minute conversation, and I said, would you like to join? And he said, yep, and that was pretty much it. So he brings a lot of energy. He's excited, and he's always very positive. So I think that it's probably good for me to be around somebody that's positive most of the time, but so far he's done a great job, and we're excited to have him.
Z, appreciate your time as always. Good luck to start the season.
Awesome. Thank you.